Hey, how's it going, YouTube or Facebook, wherever you're watching us? We're just starting our YouTube channel, so that's pretty cool. Um, Mark Pelletier's rocking it out as our media guy. Anyway, I wanted to take a moment and make a video. We just met with the wardens today. That was pretty awesome. I enjoyed bouncing a bunch of questions off the warden. Also, Jeff got to ask a bunch of questions, get a lot of the questions that you guys submitted through Facebook answered. And that video will be coming out. It was supposed to be tonight. Their media director said they would have that over. We haven't seen it yet, so I'm assuming there might have been more editing that needed to be done. But anyway, I wanted to make a video because we've had a question recently. Even someone posted it on one of the questions that we asked for the warden service. Or I guess it wasn't a question, it was more of a statement. They would like to see a video produced by the IFW, Inland Fishery, whatever their acronym is, anyway, about what clubs do and why there are clubs. You know, are we just like the trail police? Do we make up random rules to make things suck for riders? Because it feels like that's what a lot of people think we are, and we're not. We are landowner relations, I guess would be the best way to describe what a club is. So, if you look at the laws, when you ride ATVs in Maine, you're supposed to get permission from every piece of land, or you're supposed to get permission from every owner of every piece of land that you cross when you're out riding. Now in Sanford, that's about 70 landowners. So that would mean each person that rode their ATV by law should be getting permission from each one of those landowners. That would stink. That's pretty ridiculous. I mean, honestly, I rode my wheeler all the time. I didn't even realize that. Before the club formed last year, I just kind of rode. And I'm glad I didn't get stopped and ticketed for that, because it's a pretty nasty fine for riding without permission. So that's what clubs do. We go out and get landowner permission. Now with that, each landowner may stipulate what he or she wants to happen on their land. Whether it's they want their trails shut down for a longer period of time in the spring, whether the big hot topic is how wide the ATVs can be. 60 inch is not a law in the state of Maine. Your wheeler is not restricted to 60 inches in the state of Maine. But there are landowners, large landowners, that own huge sections of the trail that we have to abide by their rules. CMP is a huge landowner for us. Half of our trail system is on CMP land. They restrict the width of ATVs to 60 inches. That's their rule. We're riding on their land for free. They don't have to let us use their land. It's not public land. They own it, just like you own the land around your house if you own a home. They own the power lines. And one of their stipulations is that they don't want anything wider than 60 inches. Now, people have said, well, a machine with that's 50 inches can rip up a trail just as much as a machine that's 60 inches or 65 inches. And you may be right. That's definitely your opinion, and you're welcome to it. But it's their land. It comes down to it's their land. They get to stipulate what they want to happen on their land, just like you get to stipulate what happens with your property. And it's only fair. They're letting us use their land for free. There's no tax break. There's no special incentive for them. They just get to be known as a good company that's allowing ATV traffic on their trails. Also, they don't allow dirt bikes. CMP does not allow dirt bikes on their trails, so unfortunately half of our trail system is not dirt bike friendly. And that's not because as a club of officers we sat down and said, you know what, we're going to stick it to the side-by-sides or we're going to stick it to the dirt bikes. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with what the landowners request. And the reason we get uppity about it is if they decide to shut their land off because we're not abiding by the rules, we have no place to ride. So if we complain about dirt bikes being on a CMP trail or machines that are wider than 60 on the CMP lines or where they're not supposed to be, that's why. It's not because we're mad at you or mad at people that buy those types of machines. We don't want to lose our landowners. We don't want to lose our trails. We want to be able to ride around where we live for as long as we can. So that's what clubs do. We're literally just talking to landowners, getting permission for everybody to ride on their land, and we're asking the people that do ride to follow the rules that the landowner is asking us to follow. So that's what clubs do. We have to, in order for trails to be state trails and us to get funding, we get $4,000 currently for our trail system per year. That's not a lot. We just spent $2,000 on decking the other day for the bog bridge we're building. So there, we have to maintain the trails so people can actually pass through them. That swamp was not passable. In order for the trail to be a state trail, you can't ride your wheeler through running water. So anytime there's a stream, we have to build a bridge for it. And so that we go out and do that for free. Everyone that comes out and volunteers their time. So that's what a club does. There was the warden we spoke to today had a great analogy. He said, if you play baseball, playing baseball against another team by yourself doesn't work. You have to play as a baseball team. And it's the same way with riding ATVs or UTVs or dirt bikes. You have to have a team in order to do it. And this is the same way with being on the trails and having a club. For one person to get permission from 70 people and build bridges so they don't cross open water or streams is impossible. But as a team, you can do it. You can do it the correct way. You can follow the rules that way. And that's why there's clubs. So we want to be a fun club. We kind of got forced into the position we're in because we didn't want to lose our trail system. So the officers stepped up. We were just random guys that like to ride four-wheelers, and we said, well, we got to form a club or we're going to lose our trails. So that's what we did. We like to go through mud. We like to go fast. We like to wheelie. All the things that you may have been told you can't do, you can do them. You just have to do them in the right spots, but you can do them. You can go, find some fun places to go through mud and places to ride your wheeler fast. You just have to do it in the right spots where, you're not going to be annoying neighbors and you're not going to be hurting anybody. So anyway, just wanted to make that quick video since we didn't get the one out from the warden service today, but we will get that video out shortly. The trails are drying up nicely. One of our trail masters said he was out walking today and said the trails were looking really good, so they may be opening up soon. Hopefully this huge rainstorm that's coming this weekend blows away so we don't get more water on the trails, but we'll have to see and play it by ear. So hope everyone's having a good night, and we'll talk to you all soon.